Hi everyone. Thanks for joining me today for 30-minute Buns and Guns. Today's class is a focus on arms and legs and buns, glutes. So get ready for squats and lunges, get ready for curls and presses and rows. We can do all of those things with no equipment at all, or if you happen to have some different sized hand weights, you can use those. Improvise with cans and shopping bags. Just make sure that they're an even weight so that you can carry them in both hands. And just make sure your room is clear. We're going to start with some movement to get our heart rates up, blood flowing, and then we'll need to have some side-to-side room for squats and taking our lunges back and forth. Okay, so let's get ready with a march out. And the first little part of our session is just going to be getting the body moving, the blood flowing, the muscles warm. So it's an easy march, everything going in a forward and back motion. We're not going to do any twisting quite yet. The core gets engaged as those knees come up, and inhale. And exhale. I'm hearing a few cracks going on. Body loving the stretch and the move, different from just sitting all morning long. And let's just roll those shoulders back. Slow it down and go forward. Shake it out. And let's get a little bit more intense. If you want to increase, take it to a jog. You can stay at your march, or you can do alternating knees up. You want to keep the shoulders back. Keep that back nice and straight. And keep your airways open so we're taking in breath and it's going into the lungs and into the diaphragm. So as we hunch over, we compress and we don't let as much air in. So stay nice and tall and open. Knees come up. And again, here's your option. If you don't want to do the jogging, you can be doing alternating knees up. A couple more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and into jacks. So on jacks, we want full range with our arms. We want to land softly. We're not locking out the knees. And our option on jacks, if you don't want the high impact version, is to go side to side. No jumping here. We still have full range with the arms. So you decide, modify as you need to. Maybe do a little bit of both. Getting nice and warm. Feeling the heart rate increase, breathing become more rapid. 4, 3, 2, last one, and into squats. Sideways view on squats. Weight is going back behind you, over your heels. Your toes can actually lift up slightly. And again, we want to keep open through the chest. Take those arms out for a counterbalance. On the way up, squeeze more. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze tight, inner thighs together. Good. Always being able to see your toes beyond your knees. I'm going to do a couple in the bad form. So this would be a squat that we wouldn't want to see. Knees going forward. Feel the difference, see the difference. Hips going back. No pressure on the knees. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Back to a jog. This time I'm going to bring those heels up behind me. So as I do the jog, this way I feel a bit of a stretch going on in the front of my legs. Option here, if you don't want the jog, you can be doing side to side hamstring curls. We're still bringing up the heels to the buns. Couple more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and into jacks again. And we can change our arms just so that we're doing something different. You don't have to. You can still do low impact with the legs if that's where you have a preference. Land softly. 4, 3, 2, last one. And let's do a little wider squat. So feet on a bit of an angle. The knees on each leg are going in the same direction as the foot on each leg. And as we stand up, focus again, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Keep the chest up. Arms out and in, out and in. So see the work you can get without even holding on to a weight. And we make it harder by working on increasing the contraction. So the weights help us add more intensity. But we can do a lot just with our own body, with the muscle squeeze. 2 more, 1 more, good. Shake it out, I forgot my water bottle. Hopefully you have yours close by. Grab a drink whenever you need one. I'm going with heavier weights. I've got 7s. We're going to do bicep curls with forward lunges. So we step forward, down, up, switch legs. Forward, dip straight down, up, back. I'm going to do the sideways view. Forward. Notice when we do the dip down, my knee doesn't go forward any further and it stays behind my toes. Step forward, dip down, up. So now we're going to go curl, press, shoulder, shoulder, press, shoulder, and down. Shoulder, press, shoulder, down, shoulder, press. So when you're pressing up, that's when your knee goes down more. Step, dip, up, and back. Forward, down, up, and back. Good. Nice and slow. This isn't about speed. It's about control. Press. When we're pressing up, it's always just a little bit forward. So you should be able to see those hands all the time. 1 more, 1 more. Press. Good. Excellent. We're going to do some squats. So it's going to be a squat, squeeze back in, squat and transfer over to the other side. Squat, squeeze back in, squat, transfer over to the other side. When we squeeze back in, it's the inner thighs. So out, squeeze the inner thighs, transfer, squeeze the inner thighs. Out, squeeze the inner thighs, transfer, inner thighs. Just have those weights hanging down, squeeze in, transfer. Now on the transfer, if you want, the weights go down, and the next transfer, you're going to pick them up. Notice the pause. You have to stop a little bit there to go just a little deeper into the move and to grasp the weights. What is that doing? It's adding a bit more work. You're going to feel it more in the glutes, more in the inner thighs, because we come to a complete stop, and then we have to start up again. Squeeze back, transfer, squeeze, over, back, transfer, squeeze, out and in, transfer, squeeze, out, and in, transfer, squeeze. If you're not placing the weights down, maybe you can try to just go a little deeper. Maybe not quite to the floor. A couple more. I'm going to do one more so that I've got them in my hands. Wherever you are, the last one is to pick up. Very good. Okay. Wide squat. We're going to be doing some lifts out in front of us. So you can start with heavy weights. I already know I'm not going to last too long, so I'd rather go for endurance with lighter weights. So wide squat, we knew from the warm-up. This one here, we squeeze inner thighs and glutes, keep the shoulders back. We're going to alternate lift up to the front, straight out in front of your shoulder, and then back down again. Shoulder and down, shoulder and down. So now we got the arms. Let's think about the legs again. Check down. I can still see my toes at my lowest point. That's good. And now, am I squeezing glutes, squeezing inner thighs? Good. Anyone who wants to can do both arms together. Side view here. We want to keep the back straight. It doesn't get involved in adding momentum to the move. This would be the wrong move. Down, up. No sway through the back. Here we go like this. Straight, good. 4, 3, 2, last one. Turning to one side. We're going to stay on the ball of the foot, back leg, and do that knee dip again. So here's one option. Back knee on the right side, arm lifting on the right side. Lift, same thing, shoulder height. Good. One side focus, good. If you don't like the leg, you can just roll ball of your foot, then the heel press. We've already done a dip. If you don't want to do more, then do another option. One more. Good, back to center, alternating or together. If you're getting tired, go down in your weight or none at all. Good. Stay nice and tall through the back, through the chest. Keep it open. 4, 3, squeeze glutes, inner thighs. One more. Good, turn to your second side. Again, you're on the ball of the back foot. Lifting and down. One side. Add the knee dip. Make sure you're going straight down, not forward. And if you don't want to do the knee down, do something different like a foot roll. Notice you get the stretch when you press back. Choose your option. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Excellent. Bring it back to center. Alternate or together, your choice. 4, squeeze more through the legs. More. 2 more. Squeeze harder. Last one. Good. All right. We're going to stand feet under our hips. So the feet aren't right together, but they're pointing straight ahead. Let's just do that little test bounce. Make sure our knees are soft and we don't lock them. We hinge forward from the hips. Keep that back flat. Engage your core. Down, row, extend, deadlift. Down, row, extend, deadlift. Down, row, extend, deadlift. Down, row, extend, deadlift. When we do the deadlift, come right up and make those shoulders go back. Over, row, extend, deadlift. So I just increased my weights because the weight is staying closer to my body. I found I could endure more. So check on how you're doing. Maybe switch, a couple heavy, a couple light. Watch those knees, don't lock them. When you're bent over hinging from the hips, make sure your core is engaged. If you've got any type of mirror you can look at and say, is my back flat as a table? Over, row. Deadlift one more time. Good. Stay here, maybe shake the legs out, but then come back into that position. So it's not a wide leg squat. It's feet close together, but not touching. And we're gonna go squat, press, squat, stand, squat, press, squat, stand. Send those hips back. Squeeze on the way up. Squeeze on the way up. Good. Press. And down. Notice that arms, hands are going slightly past your hips. Maybe you feel the tricep work just a tiny little bit there. We'll hit those triceps soon, I promise. One more. Up and down. Shake it out, ready to combine. Our over row deadlift, squat, push, squat, stand. Here we go. Check those knees and go over, row, extend, deadlift, squat, push, squat, stand, over row, extend with a deadlift, squat, push, squat, stand. Notice if you go slower, you can really emphasize the move. Get more out of it. Up, over row, get those elbows high. Squeeze on the way up, shoulders back. Squeeze here, up. Good. Over row. Deadlift, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squat, push. Squat, stand. Let's do one full set. Over row. Deadlift, squat, push. Squat, stand. Good. Okay, I'm going a little lighter because we're working on triceps. Staying in a bent over position, soft knees, elbows up, and then they glue there like they're suspended on a string. And we press back and in and back and in. Core tight, support the back. Trying to press back as opposed to out. So, as we get tired, we're going to find that the elbows might start to drop and the form might start to be a little less than perfect. So just keep an eye on that. If you need to make adjustments, focus on form over the weights. Good. A couple more. 2 and 1. Really good. Okay. Step out wide, tap side to side, just shift your weight. One arm's going to work. And it's going to come out across the body to the front of the room. Out. When it comes back, elbow and hand stay at shoulder height. Now reach a bit more. Reach a bit more, so as you're leaning forward, engaging the core more. Good. Haven't changed anything. If you find the elbows dropping, maybe you need to go to a lighter or no weight. We're going to start to open to the back. So press front, hinge at the elbow, open to the back. Front and back. And front and back. 2 more. And 1 more. Bring it down. Again, don't be afraid to change your weights on that one. Go lighter. I mean, we're into the latter part of the class. Those arms can be getting tired. No judgment. Just adjust so that it's safe and it's functional. We want to work on function. So, is everything aligned the way we want it to? And if it's not, if it's because the weight we have in our hands, then we want to let go of the weights. Put them down. Don't just let go of them. Put them down. Now we're going to start to open to the back. Press forward and back. Lean a little bit with the press forward. Good. Couple more. It's 2 and 1. Oh, that was great. Okay, we're going to do that again. So tap side to side. And we're back to the first side we started on. Press up and down and up and down. If you want, you can press up and curl, up and curl. Now we get more of the legs involved. We step in when we curl, try to get a little closer to the floor. Maybe you can go right into a squat. So a closed leg squat, those feet are together, thighs are together, still sending the hips back. Good. Another option, as we're lifting the arm, we're lifting the leg out to the side. But trying to say straight up, not leaning. 2 more, and 1. Really good. Side of the waist, a lot of work there. Legs apart, tap it out again. Start on the other side. Start with a press. Now one side can be a little stronger, a little weaker than the other. We're not perfectly matched side to side. Adjust as you need to. And here we go, we can curl, press, and curl. Now start to get the legs involved. Step in when you curl, then back out. Now more of a squat. Try to get that weight closer to the ground or your hand. And then, option to lift the leg to the side without taking the body with it. Out. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs are a little bit apart. And we do side to side tap again. So here we go like this. And then we start to move the leg back as we shift side to side. I'm going to slow us down because what we want to do is squat in the middle of this. Down, touch back. Squat, touch back. So, same arm as your leg goes in opposite direction. So right, then left, palms up with the hands, out, out. Keep the weight of the hand about the level of your belly button. Now, extra work if you want, going on behind you, instead of tapping, it's a squat and a squeeze. Squat, lift. Squeeze. Good. Core. Keep it tight. Yes. Slower does more work. 4, 3, 2. Last one each side. Good. I can feel that already. I don't know if you can. Really good. Okay. We're going to plant those feet. Again, check those knees. And we're going to go down for 2 on one side. Back up to center. Down for 2 on the other side. Back up to center. Down for 2. Back up. Down for 2. Back up. Hold the belly button in. Although it really feels like all we're working is the side of the waist, we want to engage through the entire area. So abs pulling tight, core engaged. Now I'm taking the lower arm away from the body, feeling more work in the open side. Couple more. And last time. Good. Let's take those weights down. And let's do a little bit of balance work. Stand on one side. Lift the knee, bring it down. Your choice is to touch on the ground or pull the toe back up to your knee and try not to touch at all. Core is engaged. Imaginary string between your core and your knee. So you engage the abs, it pulls the string, it pulls the knee. So imagination is key here. If you'd like, we add rotation, don't go faster. And again, this is challenging your balance, so let's check that standing knee, it's soft. As we maybe wobble, we might lock that knee, we need to make sure we go back to soft knee. If you'd like, we can even have the leg going to the side. I got to touch down, that's okay. Knee up and out. Up, focus on one spot that's not moving. That might help a little bit with your balance. Last one. Good. I swear before this class I was actually saying how cool it was in the house. Ooh, look at me now. Up and down. Touching or not, toe pointing back up to your knee, engage your core. When you're ready, if you want to add it in, rotation, and maybe even the lift to the side. Abductor, take away. Abduction, there we go. Out. Yes. 2, standing knee soft. 1, good. Really good. Stand on one leg again, and let's just do a press back and in. Press back and in. So we can stay here, we can lean forward, and extend our arms. We want to lead with the heel. Press back. Press back. Good. Just a couple because I don't want to go too much over time. And one more. Just think of how you could incorporate some of these moves into that 5-minute span of commercials. You know, we used to have like 30 seconds of commercials, but not anymore. Sometimes you got like almost a 5-minute break. You can do some of these things. We don't need a weight machine, any special equipment. Look what you get, just using your own body weight. One more. Good. Excellent work. Inhale. Exhale. And up. And out. Grab on those hands together, flip your palms, and then come down. So you're looking at the back of your hands, thumbs down. Lead with the heel of your palm. Press forward and feel the stretch going down the back of your arms. Good. Shake those shoulders. Do it again. Inhale. Reach up this time. Keep those palms facing you. Thumbs pointing up. Pull out. And this time feel the stretch across your shoulder blades into the neck. Bring it down. Stretch for the triceps. So try to have bicep by your ear. Free hand is supporting only, not pushing, not pulling. Sometimes people like to go across the back of their head. So your option, switch to the other side. It's all about finding where you feel the stretch best. And where I feel it may not be exactly where you feel it. That's what options are about. Please reach out if the options given still don't seem to suit what you're looking for. And we can talk about different stretches. It's hard to get to everybody in a class, especially when I can't see you. We're going to take it into a nice long stride with toes on both feet straight ahead. Bend that front knee. Lean over it, so hinging from the hip, engage the core. Bend the knee on the back leg. Press the heel to the ground on the back foot. And then gradually bring that back leg so it's almost straight, but never perfectly straight. And if you lose your balance like I just did, maybe take your feet wider apart. So we can have a nice long stride, but maybe they need to be spaced side to side more. Focus in the calf of the back leg. Slowly bring those shoulders back over your hips, up onto the ball of the foot. We roll forward, we pivot through the hips, press your hip creases forward, and then slowly sink down and it gets more intense. Arm comes across your body. Your hand is below or above the elbow, but not right on the elbow joint. Shoulder relaxing. Take your head away from that shoulder. Come on up. Step in halfway, hands go on the back thigh. Go into a squat to the back like you're going to sit in a chair. And then pivot on that front heel. Bring those toes so you can actually reach for them if you want. You're not really pulling. You can pretend you're pushing away from something. When I do this, I sit back a little bit more and I feel the stretch down the back of the leg a little more intensely. Come on back slow. Ready to switch. Second side. Long stride, feet wide apart. Hinge from the hip. Lean over that front thigh. Make sure the back knee stays slightly bent. Press the heel back foot. Heart rate might still be up, so keep breathing. Bring the shoulders back, up onto the ball of your foot. Tuck. Press your hips forward, sink down. Bring the arm across, making sure your shoulder relaxes down. Lean the head away from that shoulder. Slowly come back. Step in halfway, hands in the back thigh, sit in that imaginary chair. Pivot on that front heel. Again, you can reach for the toe. Press out against this wall that's in front of you. Sit back a little bit more, increase the stretch. Bring it down, roll up. Last stretch for the quads. Lean on something or work on balance. Grabbing on pant leg, ankle, heel, top of your shoe. Press your hips forward. And now squeeze really hard through your glutes, the buns, and you'll feel the stretch down through the front of the thigh, through the quads. Try to keep the thighs close together so we're not lifting out to the side. Bring it forward, shake it out. Second side. Good workout today. I was training last week, so I missed a week of this class. So I always love that feeling when I've been away for a little bit. Everything gets awakened again. So thanks for joining me. Deep breath. And out. And up. Shake it out. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care. And go grab some water. I know I'm going to look for it. See ya.